welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle. For those of you who do not know me, hi, welcome. I'm so glad you stopped by today. Today I am starting my declutter series. This series is all about me getting rid of anywhere from at least one item a month to however many I want to. I originally capped it at 10, but I can see how I can get rid of more than that. My goal for the entire year is to get rid of over 100 items from my collection. I am also calculating how much these items cost when I originally picked them up, or when whoever gave them to me originally picked them up. The reason I am doing this is because I really want to see how many of these items I thought I was going to like, I thought I was going to love, or how many of these items I just should never have purchased. I really want to know what that final number is. I'm going to be doing this for each declutter each month, just talking about the amount of money, because I think I did a lot of misspending with my makeup collection. Yes, there is a little risk when you're picking up a new product, and that's to be expected, especially when it's makeup. Not everything's going to work with everyone, but there were a few things that I picked up just because of the hype of certain websites and things at the time, and I shouldn't have. I don't use these items. I have items that continuously come back to me. I have items that I just do not want in my collection anymore. And so we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about those items. This series is really going to help me kind of purge some things that I've been holding on to that I know I shouldn't hold on to. And that's really what this is about. I don't want to hold on to things that I'm not using. I don't want to hold on to things that don't hold a value to me in my collection. If you can hear, my dog is roaming around the room. She decided to be in here with me today. So I'm going to go through each of the items that I have decluttered here today. Some of them are from my palette chopping block, so you kind of get to see those items. And I'm also going to talk about the cost of each item. Again, the reason I'm doing this is because I want to know how much money that I have spent on makeup items I should have never bought. Also because I just think the value of it's interesting, and how quickly that can go up, and just how much money I've spent and things like that on makeup. I love buying makeup, I'm not gonna lie, but this is going to show me about kind of the dark side of my collection. Let's put it that way. So the first palette I'm pulling is actually one that my friend Raven sent me. I have been doing a lot of thinking on this. I think I've used this once in the entire time that I've had it. And it's not really something that I gravitate towards. I have a friend currently who has to wear much more neutral makeup for her job, and I do think that this would be a good fit for her. So I'm probably going to pass it along to her. This palette, and if you guys are wondering, I had to write all of this down. So yes, I am reading. This palette cost $15. So that is $15 somebody spent on makeup, and that I inherited in my collection. Then we have this cream makeup that I got for Halloween that I never used, and it is $1.99 from Walmart during Halloween. At least that's what it was when I purchased it. Then we have this guy. You all know that I was planning on getting rid of this one. This is the Baphomet palette. I paid $45. It was $40 and then I paid $5 shipping to get this palette. I am decluttering this completely. I think I have a friend who would like to try this and so I'm probably going to let her try it. But this is a brand that I will never purchase from again, ever. Unless they change some things and they really make it clear that they've changed some things. Then we have the Rainforest by Face Candy. I would open this, but there's a couple of shades. I dropped the palette and okay, I will show you this. I dropped the palette and this whole thing came out of the packaging. Popped out, in that green shade in the corner. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is trying to escape and the blue shade is crumbling. So I'm just trying to be careful of that. Also, I lost quite a bit of the green shade. This is the Rainforest palette again by Face Candy. And this is a $10 eyeshadow palette. I looked it up on Hush. That is the website that I had some issues with. I ordered a lot of things because they were cheap and inexpensive. Instead of looking at the things and going, oh, I already have those shades in my collection, I don't need that. No, I just went on an ordering spree. Then we have this palette. I'm going to show you the inside so I don't blind you. This is the Impressed You by Beauty Glazed. This is a dupe for the original Jaclyn Hill palette. I keep getting this back in my collection. One of the times I did ask a friend for it back because I had somebody else's makeup to do and I thought that this would work, and then it completely fell through. So we are getting rid of this because I don't use this at all. So the Impressed You palette I actually got for $15 on Amazon. It is now $25. This palette is $25. It is also $25 on Shop Hush. But I went through my Amazon orders because I clearly remembered ordering it and it was $15 at the time. So because I only spent $15, that is what I put down for this palette. But it is $25 currently. Then we have the Okalon 8 color matte eyeshadow. It is a dupe for A Lime Crime. I was originally going to depot this, and then I looked at the colors and I looked at a bunch of my other eyeshadow palettes, and I realized that some of the colors in here are similar to some of the ones I have in the Violet Voss Pro palette, the Holy Grail palette that we got in BoxyCharm, as well as Modern Renaissance. A lot of my warm tone eyeshadows have very similar, and these ones are just not as good as those, so I am not going to keep this in my collection. This is also a $10 eyeshadow palette. So this is an eyeshadow palette that I won in a giveaway. It's the Okalon Press Pigment palette. It's supposed to look like the Alice Through the Looking Glass palette by Urban Decay. And I've swatched it. I've used it only once. This is actually going to go to a friend of mine who's going to appreciate it much more than I do, because every time she sees it, she's like, I want to play with that. And so I just kind of feel like I should give it to her. I don't use it. This palette is $14 on Shop Hush. I don't believe it's there anymore. I know it was. I actually won this palette in a giveaway, and it's just not something I reach for. I appreciated it in my collection and everything, but anytime I've looked at all of my palettes, this one always I kind of neglect. The next thing I'm getting rid of is a makeup brush. Do you guys see that? All of the bristles are falling out. This is my second NYX Professional makeup brush, their foundation brush. And every single one of them, I thought it was just the first one, but it's both of them now. I am not rough when I wash my brushes. I'm pretty gentle. I don't really scrub. I let them dry kind of flat out on a towel. And some of them, my bigger ones, I hang upside. Some of my bigger ones I hang upside down. This one fell apart after having it for 3 months. So it's going goodbye. This is a $14 foundation brush, and for it being $14, I think it should be able to hold up a little better than just 3 months. I mean, it's not the most expensive foundation brush, but I have expectations for my brushes, and it just did not hold up to that, and so I won't be buying another NYX Professional foundation brush because it keeps falling apart. I love this brush though, because it was supposed to go with their drop foundation. I don't like their drop foundation, but I like this for other foundations. It blends everything out nicely. I just don't like that it continuously falls apart. Then we have the Pure Bronze and Brighten palette. We got this one in BoxyCharm, and while I like the highlighter and I even kind of like the blush, I don't reach for this. I have highlighters similar to this one. I have a blush similar to this one. I do not like shimmery bronzers, but I'm going to go ahead and give this away to a friend who I think will appreciate it. This palette from Pure is $24. No. No, go lay down. Lay down. No, lay down. The next thing I see in here is also something I purchased for Halloween. I'm sorry, she heard somebody shut their car door outside, and now we're just gonna hear that for a few minutes. I bought these little makeup crayons for Halloween. I thought I was going to use them. I never did. These are 99 cents, and so I'm just going to get rid of them. They're probably dried out since Halloween. I don't know why I kept some of the Halloween stuff I did, but I'm going to make sure I note for this year, if I do decide to do Halloween tutorials, that I'm not going to buy these or the cream because I just don't use it. And this is the second year in a row I've done this, and I don't need these. I get excited because they're 99 cents. Then we have this pressed pigment from Looks to Kill by Gabby. I cannot find her store on Etsy anymore, so I'm not sure if it's still there or what. But this pressed pigment now has a very kind of like musty, weird smell to it. I've had it for a while. It's been over 2 years. It was bound to happen for it to go bad, but it's also just not what I wanted. Like, it's beautiful in color, but now it's very flaky. Peach, no! No. Now it's just very flaky, and the smell, I just don't want it anywhere near my eyes, so I am going to declutter this. And this pressed pigment is $6.50 from what I can see in my original purchases on Etsy. The final item I have here is the CoverGirl Melting Pout Matte Lipstick. And I was keeping this because I really like the color, but Mascara Cakes tagged me in one of her photos on Instagram, and the color that she showed me and this color are very similar. I do think when I'm able to purchase some stuff next month that I'm going to pick up the BH Cosmetics? The BH Cosmetics lipstick she suggested. I've never tried BH Cosmetics lipsticks, and I think that would be a lot of fun. And this is $3.99 at Target. So my total that I am decluttering here value-wise is $160.47. Now that I realize that $160 is for if these were in pristine conditions being sold in a store. Because they've been with me, they're not worth that much anymore. Let's be real. I've used some of them, I've touched some of them, I swatched some of them. Some of them have come to me from other people and things like that. So I do realize that. But had I purchased all of this, this is $160 worth of stuff that I just didn't get any use of. I appreciate the people who have sent me things. I appreciate winning the giveaway. I just wanted to know, I want to know the value of things that I am not using in my collection, because I really want this year to kind of help me rein in my spending, as well as focus on the things that I really want to bring into my collection and not give in to the FOMO and the hype surrounding a lot of makeup products, because some of this was definitely FOMO for sure. So this month I have decluttered 11 items. I think that is very good for the first month and for what I'm trying to do here on my channel and for my own makeup collection. I just want to say that all of these items are going to other people or being thrown away. I am not going to give these to people in my comment section who ask for them. I'm just not. I am going to pass these along to friends and family who can definitely get some use out of, but please do not comment asking for my used makeup. It irritates me for one, and it kind of grosses me out. You don't know me. My family and my close friends really know me and things like that. Just please do not ask for my used makeup. That is all I ask. Well, I do hope that you guys have a wonderful day, night, wherever you are, and bye!